All right, let's talk about something that I think is going to hit home for a lot of you. We're breaking down a really powerful but simple framework called the ADHD Tab Gravity System. It's all about finally bringing some order to that digital chaos on your screen so you can actually focus.
Go on, take a look. Be honest, how many tabs do you have open right now? 100? 200? If you're nodding along, maybe even a little sheepishly, trust me, you are so not alone. This is a huge battleground for focus for so many of us. And this, right here, is the absolute heart of the problem. That little jolt of panic you feel when you think about closing a tab, that's not you being disorganized. It's a very real, deep-seated fear of losing something. Losing a great idea, a vital piece of info, or a trail of breadcrumbs you might never find again.
So let's just get one thing straight right off the bat. This is not a personal failing. It's not about being lazy. The problem of having infinite tabs open is almost always rooted in anxiety. We keep them there just in case, building this digital safety net that, ironically, just ends up trapping us. And you know what the result is? Right? Total paralysis. Your brain sees 100 different potential tasks staring back at it, and it just freezes. It doesn't know where to start. So you end up just clicking around, getting distracted, and feeling completely overwhelmed without ever making real progress.
But here's the good news. What if there was a way to keep all those possibilities safe, but without the chaos? Well, that's exactly what the Tab Gravity System is all about. It's this really elegant framework that gives every single tab a secure home. The main idea here is something called gravity buckets. So I want you to imagine 5 distinct containers, kind of like planets. Instead of letting all your tabs float around randomly like asteroids, we're going to give them a gravitational pull, pulling them into these neat orbits to keep your main workspace totally clear. So how do we actually do this? How do we build this new digital command center? Let's get into the setup. And don't worry, this is a one-time thing that's going to totally change how you work. Here are your 5 buckets. First up, active work. This one is sacred ground, you guys. It's only for what you're doing today, and you gotta be strict. Max 5 tabs. This keeps you laser focused. Then there's research/learning. That's for all your tutorials and docs. Projects is the home for your big, ongoing stuff, and you can even use subfolders in there. Inspiration/ideas is your digital scrapbook for all the cool stuff you find. And finally, the glorious parking lot. This is for everything you swear you'll check someday.
So why is this so effective? It's pretty simple, actually. It works because it directly calms that anxiety we were talking about. By giving every single tab a designated, safe home, it just completely removes the threat of loss. That panic you get when you hit the close button, it just disappears because you know it's not gone, it's just filed away safely. Okay, so you've got the system all set up, but how do you keep it from turning into another chore? Well, it all comes down to a really simple, low-effort daily habit. But first, let's start with an emergency plan for when you're already feeling totally buried. If you're looking at your browser right now and it has a zillion tabs open and you're feeling that wave of overwhelm, this is your emergency eject button. The mantra is dump first, sort later. Don't even try to organize when you're stressed. The only goal is to get clear. It's a super simple 3-step process. 1, select all your tabs. 2, just dump them. Save them all into a big bucket like projects without a single second thought. And 3, later, when you're feeling calm, just tackle sorting maybe 10 of them. Not all of them, just 10. Instant relief. Now, once you've cleared out that initial clutter, keeping this whole system running comes down to one magic number: 5. That's it. Just 5 minutes a day is all you need. Set a timer, pick one of your workspaces, and just start moving tabs to where they belong. If it's for a project, put it in the project folder. If it's just a cool idea, move it to inspiration. If you're done with it, close it for good. The key is not to overthink it. Just move them.
And this slide really shows the incredible before and after. On the left, you've got the overwhelmed brain, just paralyzed by a wall of distracting tabs. And on the right, the focused brain. It's operating from a clean, calm workspace with just the handful of tabs it actually needs. This is what we're aiming for: a clear space for a clear mind.
Okay, now this is a total game changer. For every project you have, create one single pinned tab and call it Start Here. Inside that tab, just list your next 3 concrete tasks. So after distraction or a coffee break, you don't waste any mental energy trying to figure out where you were. You just click this tab and boom, your brain knows exactly what to do next. It's like a secret weapon for getting back on track.
You see, ultimately, this system isn't really about organizing tabs at all. It's about reclaiming your mental clarity.
It's about getting to a state of focus and, honestly, just some peace of mind in your digital life. But even with this whole system in place, that little voice might still be whispering in your ear. Yeah, but what if my browser crashes? What if I lose all these saved workspaces? And you know what? That's a valid fear. And the system has one last, brilliant answer for it.
This is your ultimate safety net. The idea is to use a visual bookmarking tool, something like Opera's pinboards, or even just a note-taking app. Once a week, you just save all your important tabs to this tool. It creates a visual backup with screenshots, titles, URLs that lives completely outside your browser. It's a permanent archive that satisfies that deep-down need for safety, and it gives you the final permission you need to trust the system and let go.
So with all of this in place, your buckets, your daily ritual, your backup, you can finally adopt a powerful new rule for your digital life.
This becomes your new mantra. Seriously, I want you to say it out loud. If it's in a workspace or a pinboard, it is not lost. Let that sink in. This is the key that unlocks you from all that tab anxiety.
And that's the ultimate payoff. This one simple rule frees your brain from that endless, draining cycle of guilt and anxiety. No more, I might need this someday. No more, I can't possibly close this. Everything is captured. Everything is safe. And you are finally free to focus.
So the final question I'll leave you with isn't really about tabs at all. It's about potential. With a system that handles the chaos for you, that finally quiets all that digital noise, what could you build? What could you create or learn with a truly quiet mind?